get off this streak that the team's on and everything, talk about getting ready to go to Ole Miss and how the team is feeling about this.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, we're pumped up. We're excited. Another opportunity to play this game that we love. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Obviously, we're on the road. I'm as excited. I've never been to Mississippi, and so it's going to be a great game. I think we have the right attitude, right mindset, and everyone's ready to put something good on tape.
Danny, with the offensive trouble, does the defense sort of take it upon themselves to even play better and try to, if you need to win 10-7 or 14-13, that's an assignment you're ready to accept?
I mean, I think as a defense, you're kind of going out there with that mindset every single time. I mean, I'm not going out on the field saying, the whole goal is for them not to score points. So, I mean, if we have a 14-7 game, that's why we win. I mean, that's awesome. Man. There's no thought in my mind where I want it to be a 55-48 shootout. I mean, I'm sure that's what the fans want, but I love when there's low-scoring games and good defense team played on both sides of the ball.
You were good early with the takeaways. How do you get to do that? I mean, I know you want to get the takeaways. You can't force it, I guess, but how can you return that? Because that's something that would help out the offense.
Yeah, obviously, we have to get better at attacking the ball. And we had a lot of times where we're getting some sacks. Guys have to get the ball out. With our coverage being tight, the quarterback's holding on the ball, squeezing the ball. And so usually in those sack attempts, we got to get some strip sacks. When ball carriers are running around, you have to have hats flying on the ball. Second guy, the guy they don't see is one who has to really punch and get it out there.
I know Seth Luttrell isn't somebody you probably worked particularly close with, but how have you seen the guys just respond to that type of news?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not in the meetings, I don't do much, but obviously you're going to talk a little bit. And the guys, obviously, they have no control over that. It's not their decision to make. And I think they've had a great mindset and attitude to everything that's going on. They're going out there. They see a lot of great stuff the past 2 days. I'm just excited for what the future holds.
As a leader on this team, how have you seen just the team overall respond to obviously some recent struggles in games?
I mean, I think we've had a really positive mindset. The last thing you want is for guys to get down. I think the leaders on this team have done a good job, kind of, if they do see it, correcting it, and holding this team together.
Who have been some of those voices maybe on the offensive side that you've seen maybe step up during this?
I mean, I think Jackson's been one who's kind of been up there. Mike as well are just two guys that are kind of in the face of it and have done a tremendous job just leading.
What makes Jackson so tough to defend? Jackson Dart.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my bad, dude.
So, I mean, obviously, he's really good. People don't kind of respect it the way he can run. He's obviously very talented at that. They do a lot of QB run game. I think a lot of people sleep on his ability to get out the pocket and make plays with his legs.
What's your thoughts on their whole offense? I mean, it's a high-profile offense. So.
I mean, absolutely. They have ball players all over the place. Really good backs that get downhill quick. They can make you pay. Really explosive, and they've done a phenomenal job of scoring points and moving the ball.
What do you got to take away first from their offense? What do you got to take away from them first?
I mean, you're going to say this every time, and you got to stop the run game. And that's how it is every single time you go out the field from the defense. If you can stop the run game, make them one-dimensional, it's a lot easier. Especially with their offense doing a lot of run RPOs, you got to take that stuff away and kind of make them one-dimensional.
What's it been like to have Deshaun back out there the last couple of weeks?
I mean, it's been great. He's been a phenomenal playmaker. He can do a lot of stuff on third down. He really mix it up. He can play a lot of different positions. Obviously, having a guy like that's very versatile is really helpful on the team.
Did you get to defend Jacob Jordan much in scout or in preseason, anything like that?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, not many times do you have your Mike linebacker guard a slot receiver.
But I mean, not yourself, just the defense.
I mean, yeah, obviously he's making plays. He's kind of fit that role of kind of the Stoops or Gavin Freeman, the guy that just always gets open, always doing the right thing, and that's kind of what he stepped into. It's been great. Hopefully Jordan or something like that. It'd be cool to kind of see. It won't hit the same though, but I am missing that in my life.
Is he a frustrating kind of guy to defend?
I mean, absolutely. Like I said, I don't have to cover him many times. There has been one or two times where he's gotten behind you on the defense. You have to keep an eye on him. Obviously at South Carolina it didn't do that, and hopefully Ole Miss lets him kind of sneak behind him in the secondary.
Danny, I know this season probably hasn't gone the way that you wanted it to so far, but you got 5 games left. Has that set in yet that you've only got 5 games left with this group?
Oh, it definitely has. It's like I don't want to leave the field. Any opportunity I have to get out there, I got 5 more games wearing this jersey that I'm blessed to be in. So every time I'm out there, I just want to give it my all. Because I'm just a keeper of the jersey, keeper of the room. After these 5 games, Kobe, Kip, Jaren are going to be taking my spot, taking my responsibility, and hopefully I can just leave this team better than how I found it.
Does it help the fact you're going to these different venues, Auburn, now Ole Miss, that you never played in before?
I mean, it doesn't help, but I mean, it's a cool experience. I'm gonna be able to tell my kids, I played at Auburn. I played kind of like my dad does. Oh, I played at the stadium. And I'm like, all right, it's cool, but it's not like anything crazy. It is an awesome experience.
Danny, you talked about how there's not division between the offense and defense, and if something sprang up, you'd try to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it difficult in the game of football though, because it's one of the few sports where there is specialists. You play defense or you play offense. Basketball, baseball, hockey, you play both. How difficult is it when there is a separation there, and you got to try to bridge that gap?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, especially in practice when you're like you said, you're obviously split apart. You go through fall camp competing against each other. So it definitely is difficult, but, Coach Venables has tried to make a culture where you're kind of getting rid of that. That starts with just eating meals together, getting to know each other, hanging out with guys. Jake Roberts lives in my neighborhood. We hang out all the time, gotten very close with him. Same thing with Bauer. And so I think that just helps bring the team closer together, just, kind of breaking down those barriers and becoming closer with the other guys on the other side of the ball.
Do you study
Yes.
the upcoming
A lot.
do you study the upcoming program much? In other words, the hedges at Auburn and the Grove at Ole Miss, the traditional type things that
I have to study what they do.
Right.
I don't have much time to look at the bushes or anything like that. It's more so they do a lot of stuff, Ole Miss. So I got to be locked into what they do. I mean, hopefully when I go there, step in, I can really embrace the atmosphere. I know Auburn did this. They had like the song, the swag. So that was cool. But I mean, I didn't study that. No.
Did you see the eagle or the hawk flying over?
I don't think so. I think we were in the locker room for that. But Coach V talked about it. But I'll look it up. I'll study that tonight when I get a chance.
The energy of the road team that they bring to the road team, does that kind of feed you though when the fans are yelling? They're yelling at you, maybe some unpleasant things. Can you feed off of that as a visiting team?
Oh, I mean, absolutely. I think I kind of prefer going to a hostile environment. Just literally just the team that you got. That's awesome. Back against the wall. I know we're gonna come out swinging. And so I mean, yeah, I think obviously playing at home is awesome, but going on the road, it's a different atmosphere, different feeling, and especially the defense side of the ball when they're all quiet. It's just kind of us versus them.
What Brent said about the eagle?
What eagle? The war eagle?
Yeah, you say he talked to you guys about.
Well, he was like, you guys are gonna have the opportunity to see the eagle on the field.
And then you didn't get to see it.
I don't remember seeing an eagle. I thought they were the Tigers. I don't know. I didn't really know.
What about Owen Heineke being named a captain this week? I know he's somebody that's stepped up in that room. I know he's a walk-on and plays a big role in special teams. What's that mean to see him get that opportunity?
Oh, that's huge. Owen's one of the hardest working guys on this team. I'm pretty sure he's a perfect 4.0 GPA, a lot better than mine. But he puts so much effort into what he does. He knows the entire defense, and he goes home and studies his tail for an exam, and it's impressive. It's really remarkable how hard he works for this, how bad he wants it. His uncle Corey played here, kind of a legacy. So I mean, it means a lot to him to wear this jersey.
I figured I'd ask you about that stuff because you talked about being in the SEC footprint from Florida and these other schools that didn't recruit you or anything, didn't know anything about them or whatever. Maybe this is your opportunity to steep yourself in SEC traditions. But you got too much studying to do with the opponent.
I guess. I mean, we had a few SEC games already. It just, I don't know what you want me to do in that regards. I mean, I love all the new traditions that I'm seeing. It's a cool environment. I love our little traditions we got here. It's great.
Say, what do you offer here for visiting teams or visiting people?
A great fourth quarter song. Right? I mean, we have a cool walk before the game and the guns. You guys know our traditions. We got it. Walk of Champions, all great stuff. Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Danny.